So I got a text from a friend a few days ago saying, would you rather have 10 Olympic medals or would you rather have 5 NBA championship rings? And I went into critical thinking and I said, well, 5 NBA championship rings, that means I was a successful NBA player. They make a lot of money. I choose that. But then I started thinking, 10 Olympic medals puts you in rare territory, Katie Ledecky territory, Simone Biles territory. Surely they make big salaries based off endorsements and all of that. But let's take a look. So for reference, the average salary for an Olympian is only $405,068 in the United States. Compare that to the average salaries for the other big four sports: NBA $8.32 million, MLB $4.03 million, NFL $3.26 million, NHL $2.69 million. A significant amount more. But we aren't talking about the average Olympian. We are talking about 10 Olympic medals. Only few people have done that in history. In fact, Simone Biles' earnings in 2023 were $7.1 million, which is even less than the average NBA salary. And Katie Ledecky's net worth is $5 million, which is significantly lower than the average NBA player makes. But we aren't even comparing it to the average NBA player. We are comparing it to a good level NBA player who has won 5 championship rings. And the estimated average we will go with a number 2 on an NBA team is around $40 million. And I think a good comparison for the career earnings is Klay Thompson. A number 2 for multiple years was 4 rings, about the best I can find in the modern times. And his career earnings are $267 million, a significant amount over an athlete like Katie Ledecky. But money isn't the only thing in this argument. What about glory? The amount of athletes who have competed in the Olympics is an unknown number. It is a lot. The amount who have won a medal is thousands. Multiple medals, thousands. Now let's trim that to 10 medals. The number is 28, a significant amount lower. And with 10 golds, only one has done it. Now let's look at the NBA. There has been 4,374 NBA players to touch an NBA court. How many have won 5 rings? It's 26. Also a significant lower number. Now let's look at the players who have won 5 rings. What you won't see is LeBron James, widely considered the top 2 NBA player of all time, who has 4 rings. But you will see a guy like Robert Horry, a great role player who has 7 rings. Now, if you look at the list of athletes who have won 10 Olympic medals, you won't see any Robert Horrys there. Why? Because they all won it individually. And that's where I think the glory comes in. You do it yourself. For glory, I have to give it to winning 10 Olympic medals by far. But there is one third thing I want to talk about here. And that is just from an athlete and competing standpoint. When you're an Olympian, you are on the center stage once every 4 years. You will do other events. They aren't as watched. But once every 4 years, you gather to compete in one of the biggest events in the world. Now let's look at a professional team sport athlete. Depending on the sport, you could be playing as low as 17 a year and up to 162 a year, and more with the postseason. That is still a significant amount more than the Olympian. But this one is preference. I know me personally, I would prefer to be competing around 82 times a year, or whatever the number is to your sport, than having those big events once every few months. This one is completely preference based, but me personally, I would rather be in a professional sports league in that. Professional athletes make significant more than the average Olympian, even significantly more than all-time great Olympians. But the rarity and the achievement of a gold medal, or any medal, however, although the achievement of winning a gold medal, or any medal for that matter, is a lot more than winning an NBA championship. But Olympians only get to compete on the biggest stage once every 4 years, while professional team athletes get to compete lots of times a year on their biggest stage. So let me know what you guys would be: a 10-time Olympic champion or an NBA player with 5 rings, all things considered. So let me know what you guys would rather be: a 10-time Olympic medalist or an NBA player with 5 championship rings. Thank you guys for watching. Discord server is never coming. See ya.